All right, Grizzly fans, welcome to our game against the Brunswick Blue Devils here. We got rained out last night, so this is a kind of a postponed game here. Wednesday night, not a typical night for boys soccer, but we're coming out here Wednesday night to Brunswick. Second game of the season should be a good test for us. We had Barberton first match, which is a good match to kind of warm up with, get the boys set, iron out some wrinkles. Had a great result, 4-0. Ball moved really well. We had 4 different scorers, 4 different people providing the assist. So overall, I think the first game was a big success. Let's just build on that right now and see how it goes. Lineup-wise, we're the exact same as the first game. We have in goal, we have Caden Taylor. In the back, we got Eli, Benny, and Brett. Our midfield is Vincent, Diego, and Cole. Up top, we got Kyle and Justin. And out on the wings, we have Jordan and Luke Tibbetts. So, like I said, same lineup. Brunswick, I'm not sure on their record, actually.
Have one draw. They drew against Jackson. 1-1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That was 1-1. And so on paper, we should be winners of this, as we scrimmaged Jackson twice, and both times we beat Jackson 3-0, and Jackson tied Brunswick. So, again, that's just on paper though. So.
Yep, definitely got to play the game, see what happens, right?
Yep.
A lot of you might notice, if you can tell on the screen, that it is raining here tonight. It's kind of a good steady drizzle. Last night we had massive storms roll through, and that's what really postponed us, was the thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Felt like we were literally right in the middle of it.
So this is always a big kind of physical, fast game. They call it the I-71 Derby. Neighboring kind of teams. We've kind of played each other, very close over the last several years. So it's pretty. Just watching the development there. It's always, like I said, a pretty contested match. So we'll be interested to see how that plays out here.
Yeah, we can already see, compared to Barberton and Brunswick, a little faster on the ball, a little better ball control. Definitely going to be a tougher test for us tonight.
So yeah, Brunswick is very kind of coming out very intense. Even their sideline is, and I don't know if you're picking up on the mics or not, but we're on the home side here, just being in the press box with the rain. So they're being loud, trying to get their team all fired up.
It looked like we're getting a chance to. Just as I started to speak, I was going to say getting a chance to kind of advance the ball upfield more. We've been on our defensive end so far.
Yeah, right now the ball on the ground, wet ground, I should say. The ball's going to be skipping. It's going to be all over the place. So just got to be on our toes. Nice little combination play here. A little high, shot by Vincent.
It's going to be a night where I think we're definitely going to have to take the shots when we have them, right?
Yeah,
it's a lot harder to penetrate like it was against Barberton.
Yeah, with as wet as it is too, I'd like to see anybody taking a shot to kind of just drive it low, just have it skip on the ground, because the goalie, that ball skipping on the turf is almost going to seem just come at you super fast, accelerate almost at you.
Yeah. Nice job by Eli picking that up. Can't quite keep it in bounds. Good work, though, stopping the attack. Good job escorting that out.
Yeah. It's a smart play by Eli there. Just shield net, let it go out. I think with the weather the way it is, we're probably going to, I was going to say, with the weather the way it is, you're at least at the beginning, let's go big and not play around with it too much on your own end.
Nice job, Vinny, tapping that ahead. Oh, here we go.
Good stick by Cole there. Good layoff there to Jordan. Jordan, I didn't even see that. Jordan and Luke Tibbetts have switched sides.
Yeah, I didn't notice either.
Oh, that's gesturing a little tug on the jersey. I thought it was actually going to go our way, but the kick is Brunswick's.
Brunswick free kick.
They're going to bring their goalie all the way up to take it.
Yeah, I think we saw this out of them last year. Bringing their keeper up to send it long.
Caden does a good job high pointing that ball and getting it over the Brunswick player. Good win there by Jordan, flicking it forward. Just forwards are unable to come up with it. Good ball out of the back by Eli, finds Kyle. Lay off to Jordan, poked out of bounds by the Brunswick.
I'm trying to figure out if Brunswick's running a back three or a back four. I think it's a back four, but they just that goals or ball side back, you know, playing up pretty aggressive. But I could be wrong.
So Justin got tripped up trying to go for that header. So it's going to be a Wadsworth free kick right about the 22-yard line on the football field.
Looks like Justin's going to line up to take it. Doesn't have anybody else around him for the sort of trick play we've seen sometimes.
Oh, flicked in, but just I think high and wide. I think I couldn't really tell. It's hard to tell from this angle if that went high or high and wide, but there's a good ball in there by Justin. Good run by Vincent. Just a little hair off in terms of the connection there. So Brett with a good step there, knocks that ball out of bounds, prevents the run from continuing forward. Brunswick goes with a quick throw, but too quick for their forward to even run it down, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. So you can definitely tell that Brunswick is trying to play fast, trying to catch us off guard. Cole Miller wins that ball. Little flick by Justin. Does not find Diego. Eli containing. Ball driven deep, but it's going to go up and over everybody.
Stayed in though.
Yeah, he stayed in. Brunswick players. Driven low. Brett clears it up to Justin. Justin got Cole Miller running down. Yeah, good call there. Kyle took a touch, and number 10 from Brunswick, their center back, just ran right into him. Don't think number 10 touched the ball, so agree with that call.
Wadsworth free kick.
So Diego's going to take this one. We got Benny and Eli sent up from the defense. Chip towards the back post. Benny heads it. But before Vincent is able to get on the other end of that header, the goalie scoops it up.
Good job, Jordan, winning that ball over there.
Yeah.
All Here's where we got to shorten things up a little bit, connect some passes.
Yes.
Get a little bit quicker step. I think Brunswick's beating us to the ball a little bit in a lot of cases.
Brunswick throw.
Again, going for that quick throw. Tibbs able to get ahead on it. Diego's able to get to it.
Finds Cole. Cole gets clipped in the heel. That should have been a call.
Yeah, that should have been pretty clear.
Yeah, that was from behind. Just clips his heels.
Got Jordan out there wide open on the other side. I think we're playing pretty direct right now. We seem to be picking a side or up the middle and trying to play through it. We got some big switches available. Got a substitution. That is LJ Barker checking in for Jordan, and it looks like Alex Valentine checking in for Tibbs. So both our wings like we've usually seen.
Yeah,
about 10 minutes into the game, still 0-0. Brett's coming up to take this throw. It's a good driving throw. Nobody ran onto the end of it.
Shot by Kyle, but blocked by the Brunswick defender. Big switch of play there. Brett plays it out of bounds to get it out of danger and stop the counterattack. Smart play by Brett. Good step by Brett. Double teaming that with Vincent there.
We got to look to the other side here, I think.
Driving run, but again, that shot goes high. We'd like to see, again, with the wet turf, like to see these balls driven low.
Nate Pelkey checking in for, looks like Kyle. Gonna put forward. Again, kind of typical substitution pattern we've seen earlier, though. Definitely earlier than we did against Barberton. Probably trying to keep these boys fresh because this is going to be a fast game all night.
Goal kick Brunswick.
Yeah. Like I said, Brunswick is playing fast and aggressive. Much more so than Barberton. Brett rises high to win that. Little scrum there between Alex and Brunswick player. Good switch of play there. Finds LJ on the right. Trying to pick out Nate down the line, but ball goes over the end line for a Brunswick throw. That's what I'd like to see, though, that ball move horizontal first before we go vertical, spreading out the Brunswick players.
Yeah, like
creating some space, like right here.
Yeah, we've said it's been there a few times. Now we're, took advantage of it that time. Vinny doing his Messi impersonation.
Fine. Oh, tries to play to LJ out there, but poked away by the Brunswick player. Cole Miller doing some good job tracking back.
Nice tackle. Good hustle, Nate.
Ooh.
Brunswick free kick.
Ball gets played in, kind of ricochets off of, I'm not sure if that was Vincent or the Brunswick player, but falls into the hands of Caden Ball bounces over Brunswick to Justin. Shielded away by Brunswick. Switch of play. Brett reads that well.
Brunswick throw.
I think that AR down there was debating making some kind of call and ultimately just decided it was
Now to the game for Brunswick.
out of bounds.
Number 34. Arthur Val. Nazarkevich.
Are they calling a foul? It looks like they're calling a foul.
Oh, maybe. Well, like I said, it looked like the AR was debating it. Maybe the center ref ultimately.
I thought
called it.
the Brunswick player tripped over the referee, not the actual, not Brett or anybody.
Yeah, they were kind of tied up a little bit, I think, right there by the sideline.
Shot by number 8, Owen Basket.
Caden did a nice job getting enough on that. It was a nice shot right below the crossbar. Caden was able to kind of tap it up over the top. Looks like he might have collided with the side post there on his way down. It's a little slow getting up, but he seems to be okay. First Brunswick corner of the night, I believe, on the right-hand side here.
They have sub in as well. We got Kyle Nagel coming in for Justin Lazaretti on that corner.
Ballboy decided to throw the ball on the field, so Laz took care of that, or Eli took care of that, sorry. Caden's able to go up and get that.
Caden Taylor, yeah, well done, rising high to get that one.
Yeah, he is not afraid to go up in the air and get that ball. That is for certain. Quick punt
Ball's
out.
struck well, yeah. Brunswick wins that first one, but Wadsworth picks up the loose ball and
Nice job of Nate kind of playing that over to Alex
Yeah.
Valentine, and then got a little tussle and got the ball played out. So we got a throw. Nate's going to come over, try to send this into the dangerous area. Good throw.
ball gets lumped in, flicked out to Cole. Cole hits that one.
Yeah, he tried to get a good swing on that out of the air, and I'm sure the ball's a little bit wet. I think it maybe has stopped raining, but I can't tell for sure.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's definitely slowed down if it's even raining at all. It's just a light sprinkle, if anything.
The Brunswick defenders are doing a good job. They're all over our forwards, and it's hard to advance the ball to the forwards right now because they are the defenders definitely kind of taking a quick step around and winning in a lot of cases. Nice slow shot in, just a little bit wide.
I think that ball took a deflection on the way through, so it's going to be another
yeah.
Brunswick corner.
Yep, you're right.
Saw the referee right away to indicate a corner, so he was sure on that deflection. Looks like Brunswick's going to pull one of our plays, kind of then bunch in on the goalie. Headed out, I believe that was maybe Benny. Shot, great save by Caden Taylor. That ball was going up to upper left corner there.
Yeah, that was a great shot and a great save.
Yeah. So Brunswick sending two out for a corner. I would like to see another maybe person go out and help with Cole defend. Vincent plays Cole up the line, finds Kyle through the middle, but looks like Brunswick just had a better angle on that. Oh, that ball's going to go forward, but I believe that Brunswick player was offsides. That ball almost skipped past Caden Taylor.
Yeah, it took a little tricky bounce.
Yeah, like I said, that's where we'd like to see our boys taking those low, hard shots. Kind of like that, but that one just wide. It's all right, though. I like to see those low aggressive shots there. So subs coming in here. We got, who is that? Mason Hiltner. Looks like coming in the middle.
Last check back in.
Last checked in up top.
And Tibbs.
Luke Tibbetts checked in, so Alex Valentine takes a break, Nate takes a break, and LJ takes a break. I think with Mason Hiltner checking into the midfield, they moved Diego to the outside.
Yep, does look like that. Benny lining up for a kick here. Yep.
Good team defense there. Benny almost probably could have let that just cruise on by and go to Caden Taylor even out of bounds with a heavy touch there by the Brunswick player, but he plays the safe route and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, quick update while we're on this sub. We're about halfway through the first half, about 20 minutes left, and we're still 0-0.
It's been a fairly back and forth game here.
By Kyle holding that up, but he's kind of gets poked away from him a little bit. I think, and there again's a Brunswick player on the ball.
Brunswick's trying to decide where they're going to throw it. Again, that's at least the second time Brunswick's thrown that ball down the line, and it just rolls out of play there. Brunswick had two players running for it, but neither one were able to keep it in. Caden with the kind of a quick restart here finds Diego open up. Good passing here by the Wadsworth Grizzlies here have kind of opened up the field. Ball played into Kyle. Brunswick knocks it out, but it goes for a Grizzly throw. We don't have any of our long throwers in right now, though, so this is probably going to be just a
Wadsworth throw.
Regular kind of throw in as Nate and I guess Brett is still in, but he's on the opposite side. At first they thought it was going to be a goal kick. I think the center ref gestures to the goal, but I say it definitely came off of the Brunswick player because our players were asking for a handball, as when Kyle tried to play that across, it looked like it glanced off, but again, it's going to be a tough call since they were so close to each other as to whether that's going to be called ever as a handball or not.
Yeah, I think that one Brunswick player cleaned it off the back line there. It's probably just over. A driving ball in.
Driven near post, but Brunswick heads that out. Little give and go try with Wadsworth. Picked off by
All right, I'm sensing a shift here, though. We're starting to put our passes together just a little bit better, get a little bit quicker.
Headed out by Brunswick, goes for another corner. So we're going to send up Eli and Benny.
I'd be finding a way to set Brett up there, too, because we know he is dangerous with his head.
I would agree with you a little bit on that one. I think Brett is also kind of a dangerous header of the ball, so Vincent heads that just wide left of the goal, though.
Brunswick goal kick.
Again, he wasn't able to kind of time that correctly, and it kind of more of a glanced off his head rather than a solid hit. So Diego able to get that. Kyle tries to flick it on. Yeah, that was good. I was going to say, there was a push in the back there. I think that was another, good refereeing there as he as Kyle flicked that on, I think he was letting the play go for a second to see if a Wadsworth player was able to get on the other end of that. But once he saw no Wadsworth player was going to get on the other end of it, he cools it back because Kyle did have, he got pushed 2 hands right in his back. So
you probably heard some of the refs in the home side stands over here disagreed with the call, but
yeah,
we believe it was right. Ooh.
Oh, off the post.
Oh my goodness, that was close.
So both goalies have now made a nice save, keeping the clean sheet for both sides of the game here. Caden Taylor had a nice save in the upper left corner. Brunswick goalie here had a nice save on a kind of a redirected header from one side to the other. So
Wadsworth free kick.
the Brunswick faithful do not agree with that call, as they didn't agree with the other one either. Ball played in, just goalie does a good read there, and the ball, wet turf, skips right to him, as none of our offensive players able to get on the end of it. But it wasn't a terrible ball. I think they played that more of an angle towards the back post, but
yeah, Justin was there. He's on the end of it. The only problem was the keeper was just wanted a hair quicker.
Yeah.
So here I think we got to work the switch here. Look at everybody's bunched up over there. We got to find a way to send this over to Tibbs all by himself over here.
Yeah, I mean, plays like Brunswick, they tend to flock to the ball, but you got to catch them like over flocking to the ball, as they want to put a high pressure. Let them put high pressure on one side, quickly switch at the other, and catch them off guard. That's off of the Brunswick player. Goes for a Wadsworth throw.
Alex Valentine checking back in again for Luke Tibbetts.
Back in the game for Brunswick. Number 12, Martin Klenjodzik.
So Brunswick player looks like he's limping a little bit coming off. That's unfortunate for him. We don't want to see anybody getting hurt, pulling anything.
Brunswick free kick.
I hear there's a ref shortage now, but there's at least one guy in the stands over here that, I mean, I think he wants the job. I'm not sure. So there's all the debate about where the kick was supposed to be, but it turns out it's a throw over here, a little farther upfield. So, any idea what?
I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea what just happened on that one, but throw-in, Brunswick player tried to flick it in towards the middle, but ball ends up in Caden Taylor's hand. Miss-hit ball by Brunswick there, falls to Kyle. Alex now connects with Justin. Justin has a switch over to Cole. There's a low-driven ball, didn't catch all of it, but that's definitely the kind of the shot we'd like to see there on the wet turf here. Oh, goalie, big punt there. Benny Saucer rises high to win that though. Ball driven in. Caden Taylor with a nice punch out. Reading that ball well. Finds Cole, who links up with Diego. Diego's got Mason Hiltner with him.
Alex is trying to make his way back up here. He was pulled into the defense on that last play. Again, let's switch field here a little bit, guys. They're all bunched up over there with us.
So that ball's played in. Benny was already 5 steps ahead of that young man as he read that play well ahead of the time. So a good, smart play by Benny there. Center back reading it and cutting that off.
Got about 11 minutes left the first half. Still 0-0. Been a good battle so far.
Yeah, it's kind of gone in waves where sometimes Brunswick's been kind of putting the pressure on us, and other times we've been able to work the ball down and found some good opportunities and switch of play here. Just there's another one. We got to get more advanced numbers with him.
There's Alex trying to use his speed. It's okay. We forced a deep throw down in their end, so this could be good. Again, none of our big throwers on.
I don't know if Brett's going to go up and take this or not.
LJ Barker checking in for Diego over on the right side there. Come on, guys, who's taking this? We're not sure we know who.
Yeah, it looks like, I was going to say, it looks. I saw Alex kind of dropping back like he was going to come drop back and help cover.
Brett's making his way up there now.
Brunswick is trying to be tricky here and have their forward kind of hang out down by the coaches and hide. Ball tricks in. Cole Miller tried to kind of poke it through, and it comes off a Brunswick player. It's going to be a Wadsworth corner.
Looks like it's going to be over here on the left. Maybe? I see Cole heading over there. Nope, now we're seeing the other side.
Corner kick Wadsworth.
I think every corner we've had tonight's been from that side so far.
So Brunswick is playing like a little zone defense there. Punched away by the goalie. Looks like LJ's battling for it. So it goes as a Brunswick corner as LJ was like battling and poked it away from him, but
Brunswick throw.
unable to get control. But it does keep the ball deep in Brunswick territory here. See if we can win this early off the throw.
Jeff, anyone in that? Plays back to
Vincent
Brett.
shields that away from him. Gains possession. We got a nice switch here over to Eli. Ball played in towards Justin. Header.
Goal.
Goal, Wadsworth.
Just what we needed.
What a great goal by Wadsworth there. Ball played in by Vincent. Header by Justin. Initially saved by the goalie, but the rebound trickles to Kyle Nagel. Puts that in.
Kyle's right there where he should be, in front of the goal.
I'd have to say we at least had a string of passes, 6 or 7 passes there together before that goal went in.
Yeah, that was pretty. Good
You're
job.
welcome there, boys.
Number 7, Justin Lazzaretti.
So Justin with the assist, Kyle Nagel with the goal.
All right, so with 8:24 left in the first half, it's now 1-0 Grizzlies.
The blonde duo we have up top there connecting on that goal.
I think it's the Blonde Bombers. You think?
The Blonde Bombers?
Maybe that could stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can.
Oh, we got a clock stoppage here.
Yeah, I think there's some.
Correction, goal scored by number 11, Kyle Nagel.
I'm not sure what exactly the refs or the coach questioned something, the Brunswick coach, and I'm not sure what. Saying this, I don't know. I think he wanted offsides, but
I think he was trying to say that Kyle was offsides, but that was. Kyle came from an onside position. Again, the coach and the fans and everybody has to understand that Kyle has to be offsides when Justin's heading the ball, which that ball went off of Justin's head, ricocheted around between the goalie himself, because I think it came off his head and then his leg. It kind of bounced around within his own body frame a couple of times before the ball happened to trickle over to Kyle.
Well, remind me, there was a change to the rules, right? Where if it comes off the keeper, it changes the offside situation a little bit, right?
I think that's more of a defender. I'm not sure of that. I don't think it's the keeper. I could be wrong, but I thought there was a change where if it comes off of a defender, then it's almost like there's a new rule change. But I think there's more things to it with a purpose kind of thing. Again, I think that goes to that kind of a rule interpretation kind of piece, kind of similar to the handball. Like you said, I think last game, was it a ball to hand or hand to ball kind of thing? So I think it goes more of a, they're kind of opening it up to referee interpretation kind of thing. But either way, it's Wadsworth with a 1-0 lead here.
You always teach your forwards, or anybody really, to crash the goal on a shot, right? So if you're going to follow that principle, then when a shot goes in and you go up to crash it, you have to be able to play it off the keeper, right? Otherwise, why are you doing it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, either way, that's again kudos to Kyle, right? He had a nice goal against Barberton first game, where a ball got played in also by Justin Lazzaretti, and it kind of just came off of a Brunswick defender, kind of a misclearance. But again, it goes down to Kyle being aggressive, not giving up on the play, running into a dangerous area and making things happen. So kudos to Kyle Nagel for switch of play there is just going to be a little too hard there. But anyway, like I said, kudos to Kyle for just having that motor that just goes and goes and goes like a little Energizer bunny.
We did have a substitution. Diego checked back into the game for Mason Hiltner, so he's back into a center mid attacking position. Got the ball right there at his feet. Plays it out
good switch of play there.
Alex.
Finds Alex. Alex connects. Oops. Again, that goes down to ball wet, turf wet, slips by Justin. Diego with a nice turn there. Finds Alex. Alex able to get by the first defender. Connects with Vinny across. Finds Cole. Back to Vinny. Finds Kyle. Tries to pick out Vincent again, but
what an excellent string of passes working the ball up the field. I think the Grizzlies have found their footing a little bit here. I think we're, like I said a few minutes ago, we're seeing a little shift in the game here where we're kind of, Brunswick is out, a little step quicker than us early, but we've kind of found ourselves, a bit here.
Yeah, I think they were kind of told, maybe from the start by, I'm assuming the coaches, that come out aggressive. The subs were over yelling and screaming and trying to hype up the guys on the field. So I think they just came out with a lot of intensity and energy, and maybe that's definitely kind of fizzled out a little bit as Wadsworth was able to kind of grab a hold of this game, put the ball on the ground and move it around a little bit, as well as taking an advantage on the scoreboard as well.
We got a free kick here for Brunswick. Plays it in.
Dangerous ball in.
Bounces out of Caden's hand. Oh, he's able to get back on.
Yeah.
Good job.
Again, talking about that slippery kind of ball. Ball squeezed through his hands, but able to quickly recover, pounce on that. So I guess Wadsworth gets called for a foul there. I think it was Kyle Nagel was battling with a defender there, trying to win that ball.
Kind of went over the top a little bit.
Yeah, I missed the window frame here of the press box. Blocked my view as I had to kind of move my head from one side of the one window to another one.
Yeah, it was just one of those situations where it was kind of
challenged by, I think that's LJ. But unfortunately, the ball stayed right there. Diego with a win there comes away with that ball.
I got to admit, I was following the ball with my eyes a little bit there. I didn't quite catch what happened.
Yeah, I think Diego was making a run, and then the Brunswick player was trying to get back to help guard, and they just feet kind of tangled up. Brunswick player went down, so the ref thought that Diego was like obstructing his getting back on defense. So
well, you do have to factor in the angle here to the goal, so that probably is 10.
Brunswick with a goal off of the set piece there as Caden Taylor came out and made the initial save, but stayed right in a dangerous area where Brunswick was able to put that back on frame.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Caden came out, the ball got played in low to somebody running onto it. He came out and played it well, didn't quite get enough of it. Another Brunswick player was able to get on it and play it in. We had about three defenders trying like heck to keep it out, but just unfortunately weren't able to. So we did have some substitution there. Nate Pelkey came in for Kyle, it looks like, and then Jordan and Luke came back in on the edges. So I think they took out LJ and Alex. So it is, that goal happened with 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. It is 1-1 now. He's got Jordan out there on the outside.
Yeah, this has got to be our MO kind of for the rest of the game here. Is those two advanced midfielders are just seem to be kind of open all the time.
Eli making a nice little run here.
Yeah.
Kind of gets bumped off the ball a little bit. Jordan's able to retrieve it. Let's see if he can get a chance to play it back in. Oh, he just lets it right out.
No, he lets it go out for a corner.
So it looks like Diego trotting over there to take it. Just got about a minute 53 left in the first half. Again, 1-1.
Wadsworth corner.
Nice ball in. Keeper comes out to punch that. Cole's going to get a rip on. Just a little too much under it, though. Way to get on that, though.
Cole Miller rising high to head that. Eli steps up to keep that ball in front of him.
Oh, nice ball through by Vinny. Justin's battling for it. Ball played quick, trying to get through. It's going to get easily to Caden. Got 36 seconds left. He's going to give it a ride. We're doing a little better job of winning those balls off his foot in the midfield than we were to start the game, so that's good. Oh, somebody's down with a... Cole's a little slow getting up. Tibbs was making a nice little run, got played back. Diego ripped a shot off. Not sure what the...
5, 4.
So it looks like halftime's going to end here with a 1-1 tie, Wadsworth Grizzlies and your Brunswick Blue Devils. So pretty good back and forth match here. Like I said, I think Brunswick probably was the more aggressive team of the first 10-15 minutes, but I think Wadsworth grew into the game. Overall has had probably better lion's share of possession. I think Brunswick is kind of playing more direct, kind of looking to just go forward with the ball quickly and counterattack. Whereas Wadsworth's been able to kind of hold onto the ball, and kind of when we have passed and possessed, we've created some dangerous opportunities. So we'd like to see probably a lot more of that in the second half.
Yeah, we definitely seem to, when we win the ball in the midfield there, we definitely seem to have Brunswick on their heels a little bit. So yeah, hopefully we can come out. It would be nice to come out and just get a nice goal right off the bat, take control of the game a little bit, and see out a victory here. So we'll see what happens in the second half. See you then.
All right, welcome back to the second half of our matchup here, the Wadsworth Grizzlies versus the Brunswick Blue Devils. All knotted up here 1-1. Like I said, it's been a kind of a back and forth game, like I said earlier here right before half. But I think when we kind of put the ball on the ground and we play with possession and some skill, I think we kind of control the game. We just got to do that a little bit more often. Like I said, Brunswick scored off that set piece there. Caden came out and made a great save, but a lot of the field players you seemed like they froze or maybe were a step behind Brunswick when they kind of pounced on that. It did kind of take a fortuitous bounce for Brunswick, a bad bounce for us, as it seemed like after Caden made that save, it kind of ricocheted pretty much right towards another Brunswick player. But kind of like to see the Wadsworth players getting a little more aggressive there. Maybe they saw Caden out and they, first thought was to step back and help cover the goal. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, there's about 3 of them in the goal trying to keep the shot out.
Pressure right away there.
Good clean up by Benny.
So
I think the AR originally called that a goal kick, and then
I think he wasn't sure. I think he looked like he was kind of letting the center kind of call that when he just kind of put his flag up and said it was out of bounds, but didn't really point one way or the other.
All right, let's defend here, boys. We can't give up one here right at the beginning of the half.
Ball driven on the ground.
Get it out.
Low, dangerous ball driven in, but wide of the goal, goes for a Wadsworth goal kick.
So we realized while we were talking at half that we did not give any updates from the JV games that did happen last night before the storms. So the JV red team had a 2-2 draw here in Brunswick, and the JV white team, unfortunately, were on the wrong end of a 3-0 defeat.
And our Pulp players of the match for those teams were, I don't have a red roster yet, so I don't know all the names of the players on the red team, but it was, I believe, Michael is the young man's name. So congratulations to Michael for picking up that Pulp man of the match there for the red game. And then for white, it was Landon Myers, which I believe I mistakenly said that he was for the Barberton game. So Carter was the man of the match for the Barberton game, and then Landon turns around and wins it for the Brunswick game. So the Myers twins are
cleaning up so far.
Back-to-back Pulp man of the matches there, so they can go together and claim their smoothie. So again, we want to shout out Pulp here for sponsoring the team and providing those man of the match smoothies for the boys. Ball thrown in. Kyle tried to get on it. Diego gets off a shot, but blocked by a Brunswick defender. Brett gets on the end of that, tries to find Kyle. Ooh, offsides, but I didn't see when the ball was played.
Cole was the one that was fouled. Diego's the one lining
Yeah,
up.
I mean, the fans are yelling for an offsides, but the offsides came after the foul, so
right.
The foul before the offsides offense takes the precedent kind of thing.
Yeah. The offsides essentially doesn't exist. It never happened.
Yeah. Ball at the line by Brunswick goes out of play for a Wadsworth throw. Eli Watson will take this. Diego picks up that loose ball, finds Cole Miller.
Let's get that over to the
Luke Tibbetts on the switch. I saw that as well. With Kyle, Kyle's return pass kind of skipped off the side of his foot and trickles to the Brunswick goalie.
Yeah, he saw Luke running and was trying to feed him over there.
Yeah, just came off the, off his foot a little bit funny. Turf may be a little still wet, I'm not sure. Ball played to the corner. Looks like Brunswick's going to get there and keep it in. Brett's there.
That was a nice little move, unfortunately.
Yeah, heavy touch by the player, though. Luke Tibbetts comes back and helps clean up that mess. Kyle drifting through the middle there, headed up. Cole Miller kind of pounces on that loose ball, finds Justin. Ooh, shoving the back there. That should be an easy one.
I will agree with something I just heard from the stands here. He did fall because he was pushed in the back.
Yeah.
Wadsworth free kick.
It's the one bad thing about being on the home side at away games. When we're filming here, we have to listen to the opposing fans. Okay, Diego with the restart here, lumps it in, headed out by Brunswick, but Diego is able to kind of pick up that loose ball. Still kind of pinging around here as Diego tried to play it in again. Brunswick's able to clear that out. Luke Tibbetts heads it wide. Benny Saucer reads that.
Brunswick throw.
I think he tried to kind of knock that off of the Brunswick player out for a Wadsworth throw, but he missed him, so or the Brunswick jumped out of the way, I'm not sure, but either way it's a Brunswick throw here in the Wadsworth end of the field here. Caden Taylor with some nice communication there.
Get it out quick to Diego. He's got Jordan make an overlapping run here.
This is what we need right here. As again, they over pursue kind of thing. Oh, heavy touch there by Luke Tibbetts. So ball goes out for a Brunswick throw.
Brunswick throw.
This is pretty typical. The ball boys are playing their own little game over there and not really ready to hand the player the ball.
So Brett picks up that throw in, finds Diego. Diego lays it off to Vincent. Vincent finds Justin. Big switch over to Luke Tibbetts, but it skips by everybody and goes out for a Brunswick throw. So Brunswick knocks that out of bounds. It's kind of a chaotic game right now, kickball almost. Like to see, like I said, when the ball's on the ground and plays with some possession, we do well. When we kind of just kickball, it could be anybody's game.
Yeah.
We got to use our skill and kind of make Brunswick chase.
I was thinking that a couple times so far when we've just tried to really play a long ball up to the middle too. Like, to your point, we've done our best job advancing the ball up the field and building an attack through passing, through short passes, ball movement, not so much the long ball up through, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, when the ball gets on the ground and we have Diego and Cole and Vinny kind of passing it and it moves from one wing to another wing, whoever happens to be playing the wing at the time, you know, we look pretty good.
Kyle tries to turn on that one, had a nice rip, but unfortunately the Brunswick player was right there to stop it.
So good pressure by the Wadsworth Grizzlies there as Brunswick was trying to clear it and we kind of blocked it, but that ball deflects off the Wadsworth player and goes over the end line for a Brunswick goal kick.
I don't think we said either, but LJ did check in over here on the right side for Jordan.
Yeah, and sorry, I didn't look we could get the lineup either. The lineup is the same as what we started. We got Caden Taylor in goal, Brett, Benny, and Eli in the back. In the midfield, we got Vincent, Diego, and Cole. Up top, we got Justin and Kyle. The original wings were Jordan and Luke Tibbetts, but like you said, LJ just came in for Luke. Or sorry, yes, for Jordan. Yeah, I was looking down. Sorry, my mind was already moving to what I was going to say next. Is
Yeah.
It looks like Alex is gonna probably come in for Luke here in a second as he's at the midfield line, getting ready to sub here.
Yeah, we're about 31 minutes left in the game. Still 1-1 between the Brunswick Blue Devils and Wadsworth Grizzlies.
So Diego's going to put this free kick in.
Everybody bunched up there on the back post, extended. Oh, not bunched up so much now. They've kind of flattened out a little bit. Fortunately, that kind of snuck right between a couple of our players. It looked like Diego's back on it. He's going to try to get it out here. Oh. What did you see there?
I don't know. I am not sure what happened.
I don't know. Whatever it was, it went Brunswick's way.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't see the AR raise a flag. Originally, I thought maybe Diego came back from an onside or offsides position to challenge that, but maybe he had a tug on a jersey when he kind of came back in to challenge that, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was offsides because there was still a lot of Brunswick defenders back there.
Ball lumped down the middle, but that's going to trickle all the way to Caden. So Caden Taylor giving this a ride. We got to get Kyle and Justin up high. Kyle making a good overlapping run, but Justin's flick goes the other way. So Cole Miller comes out of that with it. Finds Kyle up top. Oh, Kyle missed touch there. Kind of skims by him. Goalie clears that out, goes for a Wadsworth throw, and Alex Valentine is going to check in for the Grizzlies out on the left wing for Luke Tibbetts. So good job, Luke. Let's see what Alex can do.
Got Eli with the throw down here on our sideline. Finds Laz, who's now feeding LJ out on the side. Oh, tried to clear it, but got poked away. Oh,
goes for a corner.
Yeah, I figured it had to be. It looked like the Brunswick player cleared it out of the...
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Corner kick, Wadsworth.
So got Diego lining up here. Man, like I said, I think all but like one kick tonight have been from this side of the respective on either end, but the right side.
Making you test your camera angles here, especially with the Pretz box. Oh, ball kind of ricocheted around there. It looked like Brett and Vincent had a shot at it, just couldn't come up with it. Falls to LJ. LJ takes a shot, deflects off. Justin Lazzaretti was offside, so.
Yeah, I don't think there's too hard to argue that one. He had gone, I think he had ran through on that initial shot, but then it got deflected, and then by the time he...
Yeah.
Of course, I can't be exactly what happened, because otherwise he wouldn't have been offsides if he wasn't when the shot was originally taken. He needs more people to show for him there, boys, when he's trying to play out that back end.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, this is kind of what happened last time. All right, good job, Vinny. I think Caden's holding his knee or something there. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, we got a call here on Brunswick's favor. We got a keeper. He's holding his knee and he went down for a second. I hope he's all right.
I'm not sure what the call is here. That ball go out of bounds? Might have curled around out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like they got to throw it in here. So Caden's giving the signal that he's okay, but KJ is warming up down the sidelines real quick.
So Mason Hiltner is going to come in. Mason's going to, looks like, play in the middle and bring Diego out wide again.
Caden's lined up for a goal kick here. Seems to be moving okay now, so hopefully he's okay. Maybe just took a little knock there for a second.
Yeah, probably just a knee on knee maybe. So dangerous ball here. Benny does a good job cleaning that up though.
Good job. Yeah, good job of Benny cleaning that up. I could hear Caden imploring for Eli to get back there. He'd gotten up high a little bit, and his guy had snuck behind him. But Benny was able to take care of it.
Ball shot up and over.
Caden's not having any trouble getting a hold of those goal kicks. He's found the opposite 40 a couple times. So we all kind of collapsed in on the ball there, and now there's nobody over here on this guy running. Got to be a little careful of that. Good job, defense.
Yeah, see, the midfield is just wide open when we. It's almost like Brunswick is playing like a double stopper and keeping two guys deep and right in front of the center backs.
Yeah.
Tried to find Kyle up the line.
See right there, I think just from what we've seen in this game, I think we'd be a little better off just shortening those passes up. That should have been called advantage, right?
Yeah, we think we had that ball going forward. I'd like to see just let him play there.
So Coach Johnson's taking the opportunity to talk to Alex here.
Wadsworth free kick.
So Diego's lined up for the kick. Looks like we kind of similar formation to what we did last time, kind of lined up.
Ball gets driven in, headed by Vincent, but he's just outside the box. Like to see that ball driven in kind of a little bit deeper in behind the defense. As Vincent headed that, and you think he was outside, even outside the 18. It's hard to score in a header from outside the 18 there.
Yeah, unless you're really able to like drive through it.
Oh, it's a misplay there.
Benny with a nice little poke, nice little follow by Brett. Nice job, Benny.
Clock is stopped.
What do you think there?
I mean,
Foul.
it's a foul, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
foul
a
for
foul,
sure.
but it's no card.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at too.
I think it's getting chippy because, people are getting clipped there. Like Vincent wanted a call when he was going through, dribbling there because he kept getting his heel clipped, and then the ball kind of got away from him because his heel got clipped. So it's.
So bringing the keeper up, take this. Did find a Brunswick head, but then looks like I think it was Benny able to get a foot on that and clear it out. Kyle does a good job coming over and helping to kind of maintain position here.
Nice switch of play there for the Grizzlies. Finds Alex, finds Laz.
Too many bodies in there, though. We need to see another. We need to see one more pass.
Yeah.
I think. So Luke Tibbetts checking back in. Got Lincoln Nagy checking back in. So Lincoln's giving Brett a break. And Tibbs.
No, I think Lincoln's giving Eli a break. I think putting. Where did Brett?
Brett's down there.
Brett and Eli came off, right?
Okay, so we got Tibbs playing right back actually, and we got.
Or is
Lincoln
Alex Valentine playing defense here?
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we saw that a little bit in the preseason. I mean, he's so fast. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have his speed back there. Kind of a rare double defensive sub, though. We don't see
usually
that a lot.
usually coach does not really mess with the defense very much. So that long throw goes over the Brunswick head, finds Cole. Cole picks out, I think, Luke Tibbetts. Luke Tibbetts goes all the way towards Diego. Mason Hiltner takes a shot, but doesn't quite catch all of that one.
So Lincoln and Alex just switched. So Lincoln's actually playing right back. Alex is on the left.
Yeah, I wonder if they're
following somebody. Maybe.
Yeah, that right wing maybe is kind of got some speed, so they're kind of worried about that, and that's why they put Alex's speed over there. So the fans over here don't like it, but it's Vincent's trying to shield that ball, and I think they're trying to say, oh, it's shoulder to shoulder. No, he's putting the shoulder straight into our, Wadsworth player's back.
Yeah.
It's not really a shoulder to shoulder challenge. Just because you're using the shoulder doesn't mean you can just slam into the person any way you want.
Yeah, he wasn't really trying to get to the ball. He was just trying to bump Vincent off of it.
Yeah. So no call there, and Tibbetts fell on the ball with his hands, so they're going to call a handball there. I think they're saying Luke was kind of looking for a call. Got our forwards on top of each other there. Left-footed shot. Good strong shot, but saved by the keeper. Kyle Nagel again was right there hoping the goalie would spill it, but he held on to that shot, so no rebound given out. There's a handball, but it goes to Wadsworth, so I think he played on there. Switch of play, but Diego was not making that same run.
Yeah, I think he had got pulled back a little bit on this outside wing over here. Like I said, that's something I think we got to be a little bit careful of, is if we can't get our outside mids up, because they're always having to track somebody. That's, makes for a tough attack, which then leads to us to, like I said, trying to play up through the middle a lot, which it does seem to be kind of where we've settled into. I think that Brunswick keeper is good enough that we're gonna have to work it inside a little bit on him. It's gonna be tough to score off too long of a shot. I think he's big. He covers a lot of the goal.
The ball gets out of play.
Brunswick throw.
Mason Hiltner with a good switch of play there. I think that was Diego that played it across.
I think he played it across, found Cole, sent it upfield. Unfortunately goes out. Looks like a Brunswick throw.
Yeah, like I said, I think we're getting back into that kickball mode where it's gotten chaotic.
So we do have LJ checking back in. I'm not sure. Looks like he's checking in for Tibbs.
Luke Tibbetts, giving Luke Tibbetts a break. So LJ is going to come in and play left wing.
Big throw by Caden, finds Diego out running on this side. Plays it ahead to Mason. And a little switcheroo, finds Cole.
Cole to Laz. A bit ambitious there with a left-footed shot from 35 yards away. That ball's going to bounce, but Benny read it well.
Good job, Lincoln. A deep Brunswick throw.
Good header out by, I think that was Alex. Switch over to LJ. Hopefully he can keep that in play. Finds Cole in the middle. Over to Mason.
Diego's wide open over here.
Yes, this is where we look good here if we move that ball back and forth.
We need one more pass here.
Ball gets deflected, going to go out for a Wadsworth corner.
So what's missing a little bit, just as an observation, is we're getting it into our forward, kind of in that spot right there, top of the half circle, and where we were seeing a lot of success in the preseason and even against Barberton was that last layoff right there.
Yeah. Brett checks back in for Alex, and Kyle checks back in for Nate. Ball loose in the box. Scrumming around. I think Benny got a poke on it, but falls right to the goalkeeper.
So I haven't given an update recently. 14 and a half minutes left in the game. Still 1-1. We're trying like heck to get one over the line here, though.
Cole Miller challenging that. Gets a piece of it. Keeps it in front of him, but... we need to get our wings get more aggressive. I like to see when we get that ball in the middle, I like to see those wings just taken off the line, just shot out of a cannon. We have subs, we have players to get in. They just got to get more aggressive.
Yeah, like I said, I think that starts, kind of back here on the defensive end a little more because, like I said, the more they get sucked back and have to cover somebody, which I understand they do have to play a role in the defense, but the more they do that, then the harder it is to build the attack because we're trying to get the ball out quick. Good job, Caden, punching that out. We're trying to get the ball out quick once it gets in Caden's hands or gets in the defense, but the problem is then the only people up there are the forwards, right?
Yeah. The ball gets cleared up. I think that might have been Lincoln that cleared that out. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell the numbers. When they're facing you, that the number's really small, and a lot of these boys look very similar.
So it looks like Alex is checking in for Lincoln now. I'm going to keep Alex over here, at least for now, on this side. Brett settled back in on the left.
Brunswick cross.
And I think, Luke Tibbetts check back in as well?
Oh, yeah. Yep, over here on the right side. Coach is subbing pretty regularly now, definitely trying to keep guys fresh for this last run here. Got about 12 and a half left, 1-1. Brunswick does have some speed. Oh, that got out. Yep. Yeah, don't trust the guy looking right down the line. Whatever you do.
Yeah, Brunswick didn't like you exactly there.
The best angle on the out of bounds is definitely up here from the stands. Good job, defense, cleaning that up. Benny, steady Benny back there.
Yeah. Mason stepping to put some pressure on there, blocks the cross in.
Well, what do you, I mean?
I don't know if there's a jersey, like an obvious jersey tug there. I think that's the only thing I can think of is why he would get a card.
It looked like he was just kind of getting his hips into him to try to, get position on that. But, yeah, maybe there's something we didn't see. Ref had a little different angle on that. But Brunswick free kicking, not a great spot for us.
They've got to watch that. Good read by Cole there. I think that's what Brunswick likes to do, is kind of spread you out.
And then play it through that gap. That's how they scored on that one down there. Well, the AR down here did have his flag up like it was straight up like it was a foul. So you kind of understand why our players took that to mean it's a kick. The center ref then said no, it's a throw.
So Justin comes back in, and Diego comes back in the midfield, giving Nate and Mason Hiltner a break.
All right, yep. Keep passing to build some numbers up here. Good run through by Justin. Played back to Vinny. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Wins it back though.
LJ, good touch towards the middle. Tries that diagonal ball, but Luke Tibbetts and him were just not quite on the same page there, so ball goes out for a Brunswick goal kick.
We got 8:53 left. Clock's running 1-1. Man, I'd love to see Grizzlies get one over the line here before we're done.
So Diego, I think, is going to take this. They're going to send Benny and Brett forward.
We got Tibbs and that Alex sitting back.
Well, it's hard to tell where the ball was supposed to be when the Brunswick player kicked it down the field.
So kind of a typical formation like we've seen. Let's see if he can drop it in over the top there. Good ball.
Bounces into a dangerous area, but the goalie comes up with it.
Real high punt that gets over Brett's head. Unfortunately, I think the wind's swirling a little bit out there. We might be seeing some funny things. This is not great. Okay, good job, guys. Clean it up. Let's get this out of here, though. Well, unfortunately, Brett picks up the yellow card there. Eli's checking in for him. I don't know. It kind of seemed like two players going for the ball there. You got a thought?
Yeah, he was just a late. I mean, it was good play by Brunswick, just being aggressive and getting to that ball beat before Brett does. There was nothing malicious in it. He just got there a little bit before he did. And each of their players' momentum just kind of crashed into each other.
So Caden's lining up his wall here. Looks like I think he's got 3 in there. A little rope-a-dope on the kick. Played in. So Caden, that got kind of slipped past him at first, but he was able to scoop it out. There was no signal from the AR that got over the line, so the fans can think whatever they want, but the guy who gets to decide that said no goal. So that kind of tailed off a little wide. It looked like it was maybe going to be on that back post when he first kicked it, but it had kind of a, swinging out a little bit. Like I said, I'm trying to look at the trees and see. They seem pretty still, but we can feel a breeze blowing in here, so there's definitely some wind out there. Jordan just checked in for Tibbs.
Wadsworth goal kick.
Come on, guys. We got 6 minutes here. Let's build something. Let's build a meaningful attack. And
We got Kyle with a nice run down the line. Goes off the Brunswick player for a Wadsworth throw. Don't think we have any of our big throwers in though, so
yeah, it looks like maybe
Kyle's going to come take it.
Get some of these baseball players out here to whip this thing in. I know it's a different throw. It's not the same, but you know.
Ball gets laid back to Kyle, but his cross is mishit and goes out for a Brunswick goal kick.
Five and a half minutes left, 1-1. Both teams definitely trying to
handball looked like
get
there,
a
but
winner. Coach shouting out some instructions here from his midfield. I think they want to.
yeah, I think he wants the offensive mids to get a little more advanced.
Yeah, like I said it before. Brunswick definitely has some speed, man. They got a couple little guys that they just fly to that ball.
Good defense there between Alex and Benny.
Hey, switch it. See Jordan over here. There we go.
Good switch of play, finds Jordan. Jordan dumps it in there to Kyle. Lay off to Cole Miller. Deep shot. Goalie's able to hold on to it.
Yeah, and as usual, there was Laz there for the, and Kyle, both there for the, if that goalie drops that for a second, it's going in. Got a whistle, I'm not sure what for. Maybe shoe tied or.
That was a shin guard on the field.
Oh,
Shin guard fell out of somebody's sock. I think that was,
Cole looks like.
yeah.
Good job, Diego, working that out of there. Finds, is that LJ over there, I think? Finds Laz, come on, yep, lay a little off to LJ. Oh, we're turning, we're shooting.
Good shot. Oh, just wide.
Nice little rip, young man. Again, I mean, good shot. I think the scorer we're probably going to have to get one more touch in there. 3.5 minutes left, 1-1. Definitely battling here. Jordan just came off. It looks like Mason Hiltner came on, pushed Diego out to the outside. Mason's going to play one of those attacking center mid positions. Got a goal kick here by Brunswick. Oh, that bounces over to, oh, you got your runner? Yeah.
Got LJ. LJ lays it into Kyle, but just couldn't get on the end of it.
Boy, I liked how that set up though. So Brunswick and Wadsworth both regularly subbing. We got a Brunswick sub here. Nobody on the Wadsworth side. And he's able to get on into that, feed it back up. Kyle's battling for it, still battling. Able to get it over to Diego. Ooh, everybody just kind of ran away from him, so he just held on to it. He sees
Big
LJ
switch,
running over there.
LJ. Shot. Oh, we're right to the goalie.
Boy, we were definitely in this last, 10, 15 minutes kind of, I mean, Brunswick's had a few things going down by our goal, but we've definitely been the aggressors here, so hopefully we can, we're down to 2 minutes left. Kind of got to maybe go for broke here. I mean, we don't want to give up one, but that's got to be a call, yep. I don't know, see, okay, man, all right, I got to stop worrying about what I hear out of the crowd because you just truck somebody over, I think that's usually a foul.
So they're bringing Benny over to take this one. I think they want the kick in a little bit deeper. Oh, I mishit that one, didn't get enough of it. LJ's going to get on the end of it, though, it looks like. Finds Mason Hiltner. Oh, that switch did not really get to where he wanted it. Ball played in towards Kyle. Kyle with the shot, just mishit it off the side of his foot, goes out for a Brunswick goal kick. Down to 1 minute left. Only going to have maybe one chance left here. Brunswick's taking their time getting this in.
1 minute remaining, less than 1 minute remaining.
So that should be a Wadsworth throw. Come on, Wadsworth throw. It went off. No way. That went off the Brunswick's head. No way. So, you know, these people are complaining about the job the ref's doing, but Wadsworth's got 3 yellow cards and Brunswick doesn't have 1 tonight, if I'm pretty sure. So it's interesting. Tibbs checks back in for Diego, who unfortunately just picked up that yellow.
So with the yellow, the clock stops, and we're at 38 seconds left in the game here. Dangerous ball played in. Headed up and over the crossbar.
All right, so clock's still running, 30 seconds. Caden's lining up for the goal kick here. He's going to try to take it quick. As quick as he can, but he's going to try to send it. Gets a hold of it. Played down into the crowd.
So 15 seconds left here. We're going to have probably only one more opportunity for Brunswick because they're just going to lump this in.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Caden goes up and takes care of it. Getting his punt off here, but the clock is running out. You can probably hear the announcer.
So unfortunately for Wadsworth, ends up with a 1-1 tie. I think we got away from kind of possessing the game here a little bit. I think at the end of the first half, I think we knocked the ball around really well. In the second half, I thought we just got drawn into their game of just kickball.
Yeah, a bit.
So unfortunately, like I said, we come away with your draw. When coming into this game, I thought we should win this, but you know, those kind of games happen. We just learn from it and we build off of it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Not a loss, so that's great. You know, we're 1-0 on the season, right? Is that how you do that? You do draws?
1-0-1.
Yeah. I was thinking of the English style. You do the draws in the middle. But, so 1 win, 1 draw. Like I said, not quite the result we would have wanted, but, you know, Brunswick was a tough opponent. Like I said, they're very fast, crisp early in the game. Was a little sloppy game at times, but I think we'll definitely come off of this one. We have John Marshall on Saturday. Hopefully we don't come into that one, you know, thinking it's going to be too easy a win. It was a little tough game last year.
Yeah, and I think that's youth night, all right?
Yeah, it is youth night. It's 3 o'clock.
Well,
game,
youth day, I guess I should say. Everybody, traditionally, it's just called youth night, but yeah, it's youth day. I guess that's like you said, a 3 o'clock game. But so hopefully this obviously gets put up on WCTV here before Saturday's game. But for those fans out there that want to come out and watch a good game, come out Saturday. For you youngsters out there, I believe if you wear a Wadsworth youth soccer jersey, you get in for free. So come on out, support the Grizzlies, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.